Hi, and welcome to part 2 of our Getting Started with the Linux Command Line video series. In the previous video we learnt how to use the commands pwd, ls and cd to navigate around our system. If you haven't already, I would recommend going to watch that video first and then come back to this. There is a link in the description below. So in this video we are going to cover some basic file operations. These are copying files and folders, renaming and moving files and folders, and then removing files and folders from our system. Hopefully by the end of this video you will be able to navigate around your Linux system and perform these basic operations. So let's get started. A common operation when dealing with files and folders is creating copies. At the Linux command line we do this with the cp command. Now, as you can see, we are currently in our Documents folder in our terminal. Now I've also opened my Documents folder in the File Manager, so we can see the changes that we're going to be making. So now let's go back to our terminal, and we'd like to make a copy of this data spreadsheet. So we can do that using the cp command. So let's type cp, all lowercase, space, and the name of the file that we'd like to copy, which is data.xlsx, and press space and the name of the file that we want to create. So let's name this copy.xlsx and press enter. Now that should have created a copy, and if we go to our file manager we should see we've now got a copy of our original data. So now let's copy the folder. So we want to create a copy of this new project folder. So back to our terminal. Now when we're working with folders we're going to add the command line option minus lowercase r. So minus lowercase r lets CP know we want to copy everything inside of the folder recursively. That is to say, we want to copy everything in the source folder, including files and other folders also. So let's try it now. So let's type cp, all lowercase, space, minus r, lowercase, the name of the folder we want to copy, which is new project, and watch out for the upper case letters in that one. Then press space and enter the new folder name, new project, copy, and press enter. Now if we go back to our file manager we can see we've now got a new project copy folder, just as expected. So now we know how to copy files and folders, let's have a look at renaming and moving them. Now we rename and move files and folders using the same command. Now this command is mv. This is the move command. Now it's easy to understand that a command named mv or move can be used to move files around, but it's not obvious why we would use it to rename files and folders. So the best thing to do is think of it a little bit like this. Renaming a file is basically moving it from one name to another. Hence the mv command is used for moving and renaming files and folders. So let's just do a couple of examples. We're now in our Documents folder, and let's rename our copy spreadsheet to new data. So let's type mv, all lowercase, space, copy.xlsx, and then a space, and then the destination. And we're going to call it new data.xlsx, and then press enter. Now if we go to our file manager we can see we've now got new data. So we can go back to our terminal and confirm that by typing the ls command and pressing enter. So we can also do the same with folders. So let's rename this new project copy folder to project demo. So let's type in here mv lowercase space new project copy, and remember to look out for the uppercase in this, space, and we're going to call it project demo and press enter. Now if we type ls and press enter, we can see we've now got the project demo folder. And again, in our file manager, we've got project demo as expected, which is pretty good. Now, as I mentioned, MV is not just for renaming, but also for moving files and folders. And we can use it to move files and folders to a different location on our system. For instance, let's move our data spreadsheet here into the project demo folder here. So to do that, let's type the command mv, all lowercase, space, and then data.xlsx, and then a space, and the folder name, which is project demo, and then press enter. Now if we type in here ls, we can see that we no longer have the data spreadsheet in here, and if we go to our file manager, we can confirm it's not here anymore. If we go into our project demo folder, we'll see it's now moved into here, exactly as you'd expect it to do. Now another thing that we can do with the mv command is we can move a file and rename it at the same time. So if we go back to our documents folder in our file manager, and let's say we want to move this office document into the project demo folder and rename it at the same time. So let's do that at the command line. So back to our terminal, and we will list the contents of our directory, and we want to move this office document into the project demo folder. So let's type here mv lowercase space office.docx space, and then we will put the folder name, which is project demo, but this time we're going to put / and the new name for the office document. So let's call it new office.docx. And when we press enter, this will move the office document into the project demo folder and also rename it to new office at the same time. So let's press enter and go to our file manager. And what we should see is in the project demo folder, we now have our new office document moved and renamed at the same time. Now we've spent a short while copying and moving files around, we now need to know how to remove some of these files and folders that we've created. So to do that, we're going to use the rm command. rm is the remove command. Now we use this to delete data from our system. Now as you can see, we're in our documents folder, and what we want to do is we want to remove this spreadsheet here, new data. So the way we do that is we type here rm, all lowercase, space, new data.xlsx, and press enter. Now when we do that, the file will be removed immediately. So let's type ls just to confirm that, and what you'll see is it immediately vanishes, and if we go to our file manager, we can see it's also not there. Now it's really important to note that when removing files and folders with the rm command, they are deleted immediately. There's no trash or recycle bin, so use this command with caution. Now we can also use the rm command to remove folders. Now, much like the copy command, we're going to specify the -r option for the remove command to make sure it deletes everything inside of our folder. So let's now remove this project demo folder that we created earlier on. So let's type rm lowercase space -r space, and then the name of the folder we'd like to delete, which is project demo. So when we press enter, this folder on all of its contents are going to be destroyed. So again, use it with care. So let's press enter, and if we type ls, we should see it's no longer there, and check in our file manager and it confirms this. That concludes the second part of getting started with Linux command line. Today we have looked at the cp command, which is used to copy files and folders. We've also looked at the mv command to move and rename files and folders. And finally, we looked at the rm command, which is used to remove files and folders. Again, a little word of caution, as it permanently deletes files and folders when using this command with no option to retrieve these. Thanks for watching. I hope the second part of this video series has been useful. Pop a comment down below and let us know how you've got on, and I'll see you soon.